You bastard.
Oh, that's the end?
Yeah. Stanley.
Whoa.
Whoa. That's
new.
Wasn't there before.
What? I've never seen this before.
No narrator?
Walk into the hallway, you probably start.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room to check on his co-workers. He never functioned well by himself.
Yeah, I have no idea what's up with the papers on the floor. Here, try to lean down on it. Let's see if I can see if we can read them. No, we can't. It's too small. Just think, dude. That was someone's job to come up with the textures for a floor covered in papers. That was someone's job working on this game.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting.
You really don't like listening to this
don't
guy.
like listening to this guy. He rubs me the wrong way.
I thought you said you liked him.
I do. I like his voice. I don't like him.
A work of art. What was it about this room that called so deeply and so personally
shut
to
up
Stanley?
already.
Its grace, its subtle charm.
I don't like it.
No.
Fuck.
Stanley knew it was something deep.
Cut. New narrator. Come on. Get this asshole out of here.
I hate to disappoint you, man, but there is no other narrator.
Really worth it being here.
That would be pretty funny, though,
This isn't
if there
Tom.
were, like, voice packs where you
But
could
even though all your
purchase new
co-workers
narrators.
have
But no, I like
mysteriously
this guy, man. This guy's really
vanished,
good.
looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Last time he said I was just standing there. This time he said I was looking at chairs and paintings. And I was right here.
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy. And his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
You know what? I'm standing right fucking here. You better apologize.
Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue. But when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
It's like it knows.
Okay, you're an asshole.
He'd had enough of the amazing room and took the
Amazing.
first open door on his left to get back to business.
No.
Okay, if I can suggest one thing,
It's
the
incredible
catwalk.
he wasn't 5 years ago.
get on the lift and it'll drop down to that catwalk down there. I don't lie, man. A lot of these endings I don't remember.
Look, Stanley,
I don't remember which one goes where.
You reckon? You fucker?
I realize that investing in your trust in someone else can
You're a
be
dick.
difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley.
Go ahead,
Someone you've
drop down.
forgotten about. Please. What?
Oh,
Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
Yes.
I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
No. Whoa.
yeah, get that. That
This
one.
way?
Yeah.
You're a fucker. I don't trust you. Ever. You've restarted on me 4 times already, you bastard. Why should I trust you? The fuck is a gate doing here?
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Now
two more
listen
doors.
carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Because it's blue. Because it's a blue. Because it's a blue. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it.
Oh, you thought I was going to the...
Perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red
Fuck
door.
you. Okay? The blue door.
I still don't think we're communicating. Stanley walked through the red door.
Whoa, hold up.
Blue.
All right,
Okay.
fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this
Now
road?
I'm curious.
Chosen
I'm curious
road
what's through
that
the red door,
nobody
too. I don't
stopped you.
remember. Oh, wait. I do remember this. Okay.
You see?
Shut up.
Here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Oh.
Tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. Aha! You see, I knew I was onto something. Where do these flashes of inspiration come from? How did I know the game needed a third door? Well, it's instinct mostly, a calling in your gut. I really couldn't say where the idea came from, except that I felt it in my soul. You can't teach that, Stanley. Don't even try. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Okay. Whoa, hold on. What's that to the left? No. Come back. Right there. In total, 91,730 doors open. Aww. Wow, we've already spent 7 minutes on this?
Where do we want to go? Okay. I'm
I'm of the opinion that it doesn't matter which door you take. Go to the left. Go to the left. Let's see what the left looks like. Yep.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
So go right in the middle.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up.
Okay.
Well, boot the bastard up. The fuck is your problem?
Oh, I think it's broken. Okay. A little bit of background here. Stanley Parable has some glitches in it. And some of these glitches have to do with updates and stuff that have come out. And for whatever reason, at certain places, certain endings, I don't know all of them, but sometimes the game doesn't boot up certain other parts. So yeah, I'm afraid you're stuck here. We'll have to restart.
No! Fuck you.
I'm
Begin the game
sorry.
again?
Yeah. I'm sorry.
So wait, does that mean I gotta go through all the damn endings again if I want to?
Well, I mean, you start the game over. I mean, that's just one of the endings you can't complete.
Already this was uncomfortable, and Stanley decided that as soon as he found a new space he felt safe in, that he would never leave it again in his life.
Wait, what?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're a sneaky bastard. Oh.
What? Oh. What are you doing?
I want to try to get to that door over there because it's open. Let's go. Let's go. Off we go. Here we go.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Let's go to the left this time. Let's see what happens. This is the meeting.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Let it ball up inside of you. Take it out passive aggressively on other coworkers. Resent coworkers for not supporting you more. Get Chris out of the broom closet. Perfect. Perfect. Chris does need to come out of the closet.
Fire the paper guy.
Papers are too synergized by fire paper guy.
Hire
someone
somebody
to
to
fire-
fire the paper syndrome.
Yes.
Remove my desk. Please keep the targets on the topic of.
This is like something straight out of The Office.
Yeah.
Who moved my desk? This is the future of yesterday.
Tomorrow is now. Tomorrow. Complete today's vanished agenda items. Right. Next day's agenda reflect. Awesome. What does this one say? Holy shit. Oh, there's their meeting schedule. Looks like somebody missed doing their damn job. Do not alter without consulting whiteboard manager.
There's
Okay.
a whiteboard manager.
I was about to say there's a fucking whiteboard manager.
Tips for not getting fired. Talk less. Do unbelievably amazing. Aw.
What do people want?
Things.
Money. More
More
money.
money.
Things, but with money to do more things. Graphs about things and money. We have our new product. Facts. The stock market is somewhere here. Colored in segment.
You know what would be fucked up if this is aperture science?
Charts and slides.
Right at which charts on the same slide depict the same information. I couldn't read it, it's too small. Please no more charts, please, I'm begging you. Boss appreciation specialist.
Okay, enough.
Okay.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here.
Oh,
so
someone
he
got
turned
Chris
around
out of there.
and got back on track.
Fuck you, narrator.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow. Just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
Okay, suit your fucking self, asshole.
Okay,
Coming
here
to
you
a
have the choice to go
staircase,
up to the
Stanley
boss's
walked
office or
upstairs
down.
to his boss's office.
And of course it goes down.
I don't like this guy. He should approach me better. He should. He really should. He's not asking nicely. He's demanding. I don't like demanding people.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out
What's
of
up with the two
existence
clocks
in a
on the
single
wall?
moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical
1, 2,
sense.
B4.
And as
What?
Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example,
Odd.
why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief.
Yeah, it is repeating.
To have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so
that's cool.
And Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently.
You know, something tells me that this is like the same technology that went into Portal, the whole repeating rooms deal.
The press of the mattress on his back. The fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been.
Oh, you a born
my life
motherfucker,
is
man.
normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Okay then.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black. This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in
So
control
you never
of
see
my
Stanley's
life.
face.
I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Okay then.